His mature audiences only. So if you can't stand the heat, stay away from the fire.
Oh, well. What's up, Raider Nation? I am the Commish, coming to you live, as always, from the friendly confines of Hardcore Challenge Live Studios. And just where is that, might you ask? Well, I know it's been a very, very long and trying weekend. Hell, it's been a long week. So, let me give you some simple directions, shall we? We're just down the street, past the house, with the boarded up windows. Make sure you stop at the corner and ask my man Joe. He's a gentleman, he's a scholar, but man, he's got mouths to feed. He's a man of commerce. Slip him what you should and he'll point you in the right direction. He's gonna tell you to take a left and then a right. And as you find yourself strolling down the street, minding your own goddamn business, a cool breeze will hit you that chills you right to your skeletal core, and you find yourself asking, was that the autumn wind? You goddamn right. Should you venture down that deep dark alley? Well, of course you should. Because what you're gonna find at the end is a special little place that we like to call deep behind the enemy line. This is Raider Reaction, and as it is every Monday, because we've got just so much insanity to deal with all the emotions and the crying and the joyousness and just the whole fucking spectrum from a solid week of NFL games, and of course another Raider game in the book, a W. So I have to have somebody come in to help me digest all of this and rip through all of the BS. And we've got the man with me again, the one, the only. You know him. You love him.
Y'all already know who the fuck he's talking about. Therapy session, bitches. Just ain't been my day. So, I can't join my man with the blazer over here.
By the way, you plan on taking that back? Cause my dude.
Oh. That's funny.
Hey Nancy. As for the rest of you bitches, it's the same reaction time, same reaction channel. Don't come in here with no motherfucking bullshit. I'm letting you know right now. I ain't in the goddamn mood.
Hey,
It's gonna happen.
this is right on there. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
And happy Hanukkah whining bitches. I
Kwanzaa,
got you.
fucking all you
Oh, that shit don't start till after.
Pastafarians, all you.
We'll
wearing
catch
the
y'all with
fucking colander
Kwanzaa.
heads,
We'll catch
all of
Kwanzaa
you. We're
on
equal
Monday.
opportunity.
Yeah, we got y'all. We'll be halfway through Kwanzaa next week.
Yeah. Any one of y'all mystical fairies, y'all, whatever. So, all right.
I ain't even gonna say nothing about the mystical fairies, Nancy.
Let's get right to it. We've got a lot to talk about, El. We got a lot to talk about, and let's talk about the. We are still. The season is not over. 2019 is still.
Oh, By
There's
the way.
life.
that's velvet right there.
Velour. Like Costanza.
OG.
Like George.
Hey,
Costanza.
Miss Leslie, how you doing?
Be draped in velvet. So, let's
Nah,
let's
we
jump.
don't get dicks. We have them. No salt and pepper.
Let's jump right into it now. Well, first,
Quit looking at that fucking jacket.
I would like to start with the disclaimer because we feel we need to start the show with the disclaimer now. So, we would like to start with the disclaimer. Elle, if you'd like to, whistle softly in the background. This is not your safe house. We will not paint pretty pictures for you, and your feelings were not taken into consideration in the preparation of this show. If you are an oversensitive bitch and you cannot handle opinions that differ from your own, you should exit now.
That way, motherfucker.
Okay. Now, all the oversensitive bitches are out.
Wait,
We can
you
now
didn't give
proceed
them
with the show.
5 seconds.
No, 5 seconds. Trip over yourselves and get the fuck out! All right, now moving on. All right. First, I'd like to mention
That was from him.
those of you who apparently live under a rock and
Motherfucker.
don't have social media or internet, whatever. Trayvon Mullen is fine. There's a good possibility he plays this week. So yeah, it's scary when you see one of our guys.
Hey,
laying
Jay
on a
Cross, what's
stretcher,
happening?
But he's all right. He's gonna be fine. Talk of him even playing this week. So, but yes, it's always scary when you see our guys leaving on a
But
stretcher.
now that you've given that disclaimer,
yes.
all you motherfuckers, he needs to just focus on who he's hitting and keep his head up. Fuck you, sensitive bitches. That's what's wrong with society now.
It's football.
Your mama didn't whoop your ass, so you don't know what taking a fucking hit
It's
sounds
football.
like.
How about the guy coming in to clean up the pile? Maybe he's a little aware of his teammate that's there, because that's what happened both times. How you gonna scold the guy making the tackle? The other guy cleaning up the pile needs to watch out what the hell he's doing. He came in and got straight blasted by his own guy twice. So I don't know how you put that on Trayvon Mullen. That's
The reality
not
of
on
it
him.
is, if you'd have hit the motherfucker, he wouldn't have had to come and do the work for you.
Yeah, so I don't know how you
Bitch.
put that on Mullen.
All you sensitive motherfuckers.
The
Hit
important-
softer. Fuck.
The-
Where'd the cat come from?
he got caught in the middle. So, Trayvon Mullen, he's gonna be fine. Good possibility he plays this week in the season opener in the fucking Donkey Bowl too.
What the fuck?
The big thing, the big talk was.
I didn't even tackle.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, dude, but you'll be fine.
Okay, I'm just making sure I don't fucking explode anything,
You'll be
dude.
fine. You'll be fine.
I don't want to go down on the SS
There'll
Yar.
be no going down in here.
Hey,
Easy,
hey.
Somebody call security.
Easy now. All right. So, the big news, obviously, was the return of Renfro, and the dude balled out. He showed why he was drafted where he was. He was, why he was a fifth rounder, why they thought they bringing him in from Clemson as a kid who did nothing but just made big plays in college. That's all he did. And again, he takes a quick slant, breaks the tackle, keeps his balance, and all of a sudden you got a touchdown. And that's what it takes, man. Sometimes it just takes the other players on the team to elevate themselves to get a win. And that's what this win was, El. This was a total team win, man. The entire team elevated themselves as a whole. And
the other thing that
our quarterback stayed in his lane, and he had a good game, man. Carr had a good game.
He had a good game, but this is the other thing that pisses me off. So, you trying to tell me that that's the only motherfucker that knows how to run a goddamn slant down the middle as a slot receiver? Where the fuck was that play called the last month?
That's what I'm saying. Because if you go.
That's why I say yes. Carr has had subpar shit, but look what happens when you call one different goddamn play. We got a 61-yard touchdown because the league didn't see us run that bitch for a month and a half.
We mixed it up a little bit. There was a little mixing up, and he really got the ball around nice. He had a good completion percentage, and I've been saying it, and I've been saying it for a long time. This is what Derek Carr does. He's a high percentage, short, safe quarterback. But if he can stay in his lane, run the game plan, not turn the ball over, and have a solid running game, when you have DeAndre Washington put up 85 and Richard throwing another 11, and you're teetering around that 100-yard rushing mark, he can be successful.
But, and that's my thing. It's like, why do you wait to balance the fucking play calling?
I don't know. I set the second half of this game, and we were on the verge of blowing this game at many, many times.
Because they went back to the typical fucking play calling.
And sometimes you gotta step on the throat. You gotta step on the throat, man. You've gotta learn. Just let's look at the first half. Okay, let's just look at the first half of the game. You come out, you stop the Chargers 3 and out, and you get the ball. You go down and score, man. You look electric. You score quick. You look like, okay, here we go, man. The guys are fired up. They know that the season's on the line. And then you come out, you stop them again. Your defense, 3 and out, gets you the ball back. So now the Chargers have only been on the field for 6 fucking plays. Your offense has the ball again with a chance now to go up by 2 scores right out of the gate and put all the pressure on the Chargers. And what do? They go 5 plays and punt. Your defense comes out again. 3 and out again, and gives you the ball back with, again, another chance to score again, put all the pressure on the other team. And what do? They fucking punt again, and then they punt again, and then they punt again, and then they punt, and then finally, after the Chargers score, we decide we're going to come back and score now too. It's just, at what point does this team learn that you've got to step on the gas a little bit, man? You can't just meander away to a win. You can meander away to a win against a 5-8 team, Al, who's not having a good game. And then this,
why I said yesterday, when we were going on that second touchdown drive, I said, of course he looks great, because this is the fucking offense he runs the whole goddamn game.
Yes.
The defense alters into a hurry-up offense. The only difference between our 2-minute offense and the same offense we run all fucking day is they go on a huddle and then tell him to do the same fucking plays. The defense changes, which opened up that fucking drive.
Yeah, it was, and so
it's fucking idiotic.
Again, your offense does not help out the defense. The defense was on the field way too much. That's how you end up caving and getting an 8-play drive and giving up a touchdown. It's your defense. They have to stay on the field. If your defense goes out and gets you 3 stops in a row of 3 and out, you've got to put points on the board, man. You've got to put points on the board.
If it's just 3 fucking field goals.
You've got to. You can't have your defense. Your defense. That's one of the biggest successes that the defense can have, other than a turnover, a fumble, or an interception, is they go out and give them a 3 and out, man. They didn't flip the field. They didn't move field position. They didn't do nothing. They just went right out, stopped them, and here you go, offense, have the ball back. And then for the offense just to walk out there and barely even get a sit down, get a drink of water, and they're backing out back on the field. That's when you start to see your defense give up touchdowns. So those that don't understand the correlation to that, then I'm sorry.
The defense played shitty. It's because they were fucking
go sit
dead
in the corner
in the second half.
But it's
That's why I leave you to respond to that shit because
it was a
I have
good win.
family. I only have one account.
I don't want to discount a sweep of a division rival because a sweep of the Chokers is a monumental thing for this season, and the fact that you've now set yourself the possibility to at least not have a losing season.
It's a nice reminder of their entire fucking franchise's history.
Yeah, you're not going to have a winning season, but at least the Silver and Black has a possibility to not have a losing season this year. So it's an interesting spot that I think our quarterback's worked himself into. Because basically, if Derek Carr goes out next week and he leads the team to a victory against Denver in Donkeyville, he can do no wrong for the entire offseason of 2020.
Oh, fuck you, Carl.
Because he will be coming into the offseason on 2 wins, and there's a certain percentage that's all they will fucking remember.
Yeah.
That's all they will remember. And if he doesn't make it, they'll be, oh, well, it's not his fault they didn't make the playoffs.
Nice
he
bill.
won.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it's like, if that happens and all the chips fall and we happen to make the playoffs, we could have made the playoffs 2 weeks ago with consistency and play calling.
What happens if you just win the Jags game? Now you're sitting at 9-7. You're damn near a lock to get in, man. If you win any of those games that you blow over the past month, look at what
and
the
there's
rest
3 of them.
Look at what the rest of the competition that you were fighting with for the wild card spots have done in the past month while you've been losing. They've been losing right along with you. So if you would have won anything during that stretch, you're a slam dunk in the playoffs.
Do you
right
realize that the win that the other teams have been losing, their win was against us? Because we fucked off the game. Not they kicked our ass.
No.
We fucked off the game. The only game we got our ass kicked in was against the Jets.
We find ourselves in an interesting situation because this is not a team that is playing particularly well team football. You've seen a little upturn of the defense again this weekend, but this team plays well against mediocre and bad teams. Against good teams, we look really bad. Do we have to go back and talk about every time we played Kansas City, how we looked against the Vikings, the Packers, the Texans? We actually had a chance to win
We
that
didn't
game.
look bad against the Packers.
We didn't look bad. No, but you know,
It was little nickel dime ass shit.
as a whole, we don't look good against the good teams. So you're gonna say this team with
Merry Christmas, Carl.
happy holidays to all of you, man.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. We're keeping it festive all week.
Now, stay tuned. Buckle up, because if this is the first one, we're buckle the fuck up.
It's only Monday. Now,
And that one had a price tag on it, so
yeah, you know it was recent.
you know it is the festive. So I mean, maybe like Moses and have.
Oh man, still got that ink tag on there. What's that mean, Al? Does that mean I ran out without paying?
Oh shit. Well, exactly. Did you get this from one of Joe's buddies?
Maybe.
Ah,
Possibly. He is a man of commerce. He's got to make a buck.
he's a man of leisure. His suits too.
If you haven't checked out the RAIDER Reaction Morning Show, make sure you check that shit out every Monday or every morning, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern. I was actually live this morning, though, so. But, actually live every morning, but I mean live, shooting this breeze
Yeah,
this
he
morning.
did it a little different this morning.
A little different this
Yeah,
morning because I
because,
had
you
a
know.
little time, because this is holidays,
Yeah.
things have slowed down a little in the
Ain't no
in
telling
my
what's
realm.
gonna happen when you cruising around in this alley, man.
Never know. So, we find ourselves in an interesting situation coming into this week. If you go into Denver and you handle business, the way the scenarios play out, all of the other 4 games that have to align with, it's all doable. All of the teams are, it would be an upset if any of the teams win that aren't supposed to win.
I'm thirsty.
The Browns are supposed to beat the Bengals. Doable. Ravens are supposed to beat the Steelers. Doable, but do the Ravens set a large percentage of starters? Do they have something to play for? The Texans over the Titans, completely doable. They just beat them 2 weeks ago. Colts over the
Jaguars.
That's completely doable as well. So,
I think that it's Baltimore, dude. They'd have no.
That's the one that worries me. They have nothing to play for.
There'd be no more, nothing but fun to fucking just make sure that Pittsburgh is on the asshole end of the playoffs.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. Does Baltimore come out just to play spoiler and just shit on the Steelers? I mean, and just make sure that they have no chance. I don't know if that's enough for them to play for, or do they rest guys?
My concern is fucking Cleveland, dude.
Yeah, anytime we're pinning our hopes on the Browns, that's and
they don't pin their hopes on the Browns in Cleveland.
The fact when you back your ass into the playoffs in the manner that we're about to possibly back our asses into it, what kind of momentum are you riding that in on? And you know that our quarterback, who does not play well in the cold, and stats are stats, man. The guy doesn't play well in the fucking cold. He's a fucking California boy, born and raised, played in Fresno State. He's played for the Raiders as their starting quarterback his entire time. He's he just doesn't.
He's shit the bed in Denver.
He
Kansas City.
Doesn't do well in the cold, man. He's gonna have to either play in Buffalo, Kansas City, Baltimore, or New England. That's your best case scenario. How could you, Leslie? How could you?
I'm getting the cold.
Leslie. Now we're stuck with him the rest of the show. All right. So it's an interesting, but I wouldn't have took the scenarios, man. And it all worked out week 1, so there's nothing saying it cannot work out week 2. It's nothing saying, because that's the beauty of sports, right? It's never over until it's over. It's never over until the fucking.
But hey,
until that fat bitch sings, it ain't ever over.
Hey,
what?
That pussy's good pussy.
What?
That pussy's good pussy.
Man. So,
I just thought about something. The Bengals have locked up the number 1 pick.
Yes.
So that's even more fucking dangerous.
Yeah,
because now they're going to try to win the fucking
game.
They
don't. Yeah, even if they win, it doesn't matter. They have the number 1 overall pick. So the Bengals are, they just kind of want to shit on the Browns, the team that they were talking about. The whole state was talking about, man. They was all talking about the Browns because they put together this Madden roster.
You know who
brought in all these fucking egos and thought their new. Fucking
Vegas scores once again.
This new coach could handle all of that.
Because Cleveland was the odds-on favorite to win the division, and like moths to a flame, fucking idiots, listening to the experts, fucking laid all that bread on Cleveland.
Fucking
sucking hind tit after a fucking blizzard.
Ever pin your hopes on a kiddie table team. Ever! You cannot pin your hopes on a kiddie table team. If anybody went and laid your mortgage on that, you're a pathetic, degenerate gambler. Because if you went and bet on the fucking Browns, man, I just don't even know what to say. Don't even know what to say.
And when you have to explain it to your wife, you may see something like this.
Wasn't me. Go with the Shaggy defense.
Eat one of these.
Not that Shaggy. It wasn't me, Shaggy.
Oh!
That's Shaggy. Yeah. The reggae dude.
You saw me betting on, on the brownies? Wasn't me.
That guy. Come on. Stay with me. Come on.
He shoots. He scores!
That's how I got my second kid.
So, let's look at the matchup that you've got going forward. You've got the Donkeys.
Can we call them the Marquettes this week?
The Marquettes.
God, bucktooth fucks.
Oh, well, he's not there no more. He's a battle hawk or whatever the fuck he is now, which is even more pathetic.
I know. I saw it in the dictionary.
What?
Jill stain.
Yeah.
Marquette King. Yeah.
But their young quarterback he's 3-1 now, I think, since he's taken the helm for the Donkeys. So he's kind of got them turned around a little bit.
It's kind of like the Dallas Cowboys were headed to the Super Bowl after 3 weeks.
Yeah,
too.
this is an interesting game because this is, to me, if Derek Carr comes in and leads the team to a victory in this game, he will be able to do no wrong for an entire calendar year of off-season football. He will now, to a certain percentage of Raider Nation, endear himself because he ended the season on 2 victories against division rivals, regardless of the fact that they suck and have shitty records, and he would have finished 8-8, and it's not his fault he didn't make the playoffs because some other team won. Regardless of the fact that it's not his fault he helped lose 4 games.
And we
before.
had so many hurt players, primarily on defense.
It will give ammo to all of those lame-ass excuses. Every one of them. So that's what will happen. But if he loses and the team does not perform, he does not lead the team to a victory, well, however you want to spin it. If they come out of Donkeyville with an L, and finish this season 7-9, you cannot in any way put a spin on me that this season was any kind of a success.
Well,
I'm sorry, you cannot.
I can.
Well, let fucking spin away.
If you Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah.
It's Vegas, you say.
Yay. Anybody that bet the over on our projected win total
Well, yeah.
cashed out.
Now, I think our projected win total was very slanted. I don't think we got enough respect because this was season 2 of these guys coming into this scheme, and
Which
even
for
though it
me
was a large
is
overhaul.
actually season 1. Last year was a fucking audition. You got rid of
It
everybody
was.
you knew you weren't going to fucking put up with.
It was, but the number one person that needs to learn this scheme and that is the quarterback in the John Gruden scheme. He's the one that needs to learn it all. So, to me, the fact that Derek Carr was in the scheme for the second year, the guys positionally, they can learn their part in a training camp. But the quarterback, to pick it all up, this was his second season. So I thought you really should have seen a little bit of a turnaround. And the fact, L, that you were looking at 6-4 with 6 games left, and 5 of those teams being fucking scrubs and very beatable, and you aren't even going to end up with a winning record, not even a winning season to show for 2019, I believe is a failure. If we can pull a playoff spot out of this, and listen, if we make it into the playoffs, I am not ready to carry our quarterback off the field and, he took us to a playoff spot. No. This was a ticket. This was the last ticket to the playoffs in the AFC because the Bills had punched that wild card ticket a long time ago. So for the last month, the only thing anybody been fighting for was the fucking 6th seed in the last wild card in the AFC. And that ticket had been laying on the fucking ground right outside the door of the theater. Just waiting for somebody to pick that bitch up and take it in. And everybody else done tripped over the curb, slipped on the ice, fell down. And we're just standing there watching this ticket and be like, is anybody going to pick that bitch up?
The first time
Nobody wants that ticket? Nobody's going to take that ticket?
We didn't look at it until yesterday. Everybody else got smacked over the head with a fucking
Because we
billy
knew
club.
that ticket didn't belong to us. We knew it wasn't ours. So we were just standing back like,
And the Browns just went back to the fucking corner they've
If the
been
show's
working.
getting ready to start and nobody takes that ticket, nobody wants it, we'll take it. And that's kind of what has happened. It's not that we've won anything. Because you lose 4 fucking games from November 24th to November 15th of an NFL season and you're done. You don't make the playoffs.
And not only do you lose 4 games in a row, but you lose 2 of them to the people that you're fighting with.
So, but if you get in, so we're going to pick up that ticket at the last second and we're going to walk in the door possibly. And if you get in, throw it all out the fucking window. Throw it all out the window because I give this team a better chance than most people would think in the playoffs because of the dink and dunk, because of the run-heavy offense, because of everything I said before. New England, Buffalo, Kansas City, Baltimore, cold, diverse weather games, grinder-type games. And this team, dink and dunk, running, don't turn the ball over, be safe with the football, vanilla-ass offense, it can do things in the playoffs. It can do things. So if you do back in and get a chance,
And the beautiful thing
then
is,
here you go.
we found our fucking pass rush. Our Achilles heel right now is our DBs because the ones that we can depend on are all hurt.
Jesse, I will sit. If he comes out and he can put a playoff win, a marquee win next to his name, and hang it on there in the 2019 season, 2020 playoffs, you're goddamn right I'll sit here and eat crow like a motherfucker, fucking fork, knife, and spoon. Put gravy on it, I'll eat crow like a motherfucker. If you don't think I want to see Derek Carr succeed and lead this team to success, you're insane. Why wouldn't I want that? I'm a fan of the team. The fact that I've seen this fucking story over and over and over and over and over again for 6 fucking seasons, and I've now started to question the fact whether he has the fire, whether he's a leader of men, whether he's the guy that can get it done.
And it's because
I'm a realist, man.
and everybody that fucking questions him and talks shit, when you find new ways to do the same shit, the one thing you haven't tried is letting your balls drop. It's like you got them duct taped.
Why does it have to be a marquee win? A win is a win? No, a win is not a win, Bill. A win is a win when you get these fucking, you win a couple and then you lose 3. And then you win 1 and then you lose 2. That win is not a win. That is how you get to 42% win percentage. Marquee wins are how you elevate yourself to an over fucking 500 career win percentage.
Let me give you an example, Mark. How many wins does Dan Marino have? How many wins does Nick Foles have? I promise you, Dan would trade
Nick
pretty
has
much all of
marquee
his
wins
for
man.
one of Nick's wins.
Nick has
He'd
marquee
trade him.
wins.
He trade damn near all of his wins for one of Nick's.
You don't put week 1 wins against the Saints in fucking NFL films and put music behind them and have orchestras fucking play to that shit. No, you do that when you go in the playoffs as an 8-8 team that should have never got in there, had to go on the road, had to go play one of the division champions and knock them the fuck off. That's a marquee win. And I don't care how your team does it, the quarterback gets the credit for that. Just like a pitcher in baseball, they get the fucking win-loss percentage. It ain't the center fielder. Don't get tagged to the catcher. Don't get tagged to nobody else. It gets tagged to the pitcher. He's the one that gets credit for the win, the loss, the save, what have you. Just like your quarterback. So yes, if he can go in and he can have a game like he did this last game, if you go in the playoffs and you have to go into Kansas City, say, and you can go in, it's fucking cold, it's blustery, and you can go 26 for 30, not throw 300 yards and go for 1 touchdown, no interceptions, and hand the ball off and get 100 yards on the fucking ground, you're going to win a game in the playoffs. This team could be dangerous if they get in the playoffs.
And rattle off 2 9+ minute drives in one half, you'll beat pretty much any fucking team on the field.
But for this team to continue on, it is going to take an entire team effort for it to continue on.
Balance. And it's also the biggest key is coaches not being bitches.
It's a whole different argument, Bill. Come on. Just stay in the ballpark here, Bill. Come on.
Come on. Damn it.
Bill's what? Come on, Bill.
I'm a fucking Dodger fan. Don't you start talking baseball.
Go Rays.
I will find you. I will fucking find you.
Easy now. Easy
Got
now.
Gas Can Kershaw locked up, but we're losing every fucking pitcher that matters. Damn you, Bill.
We don't talk about baseball in December.
I gotta go.
Come on. So, this team, they could be very dangerous in the playoff scenario. It could be very dangerous. But I think we're going to need the football gods. And I tell you what, man, I'm a little bit of a believer. You've heard... Easy now. Got a cough to get off. I'm a firm believer.
Damn you, Bill.
I'm a firm believer in the story. And you've all heard me run it down before. That there's a story. And every season only comes down to one team, Mel. Nobody remembers how the fucking Seahawks finished every year, the Bengals finished every year. Hell, most people can't even tell you what the Raiders' finishing record was in any year that they didn't end up doing something. It doesn't matter because only one team is attached to every calendar year of an NFL football season. They're the one that gets the NFL films. They get the America's Game. They get Tom Selleck narrating their shit, or fucking Morgan Freeman doing a fucking voiceover for 60 minutes. And this was the greatest time in the history of the franchise. They get some shit like that with the orchestra playing. They get all of that. One team a year. Could you not see the story? John Gruden's return. He tore the team down in 2018. He put it back together in 19. Mayock came in. They fought through adversity. Yeah, all the songs playing in the. They had the longest, handed one of the worst road stretches in the history of the NFL. They had to play the Bears in London and face Khalil Mack. They vanquished that enemy and they continued on. A month of losing streaks. And then they took down the Chargers. The Donkeys. The stars aligned and they backed into the playoffs. And then they had to go to Kansas City. Nobody beats you 3 times. They take down the Chiefs. They move on. Oh, and then there's a blizzard. And it becomes a run in a dink and dunk game, which falls right into Derek Carr's scheme. Oh my God. And then he beats them. Matt Max with the fumble. Brady fumbles. Raiders ball. We're going to the Super Bowl. Oh.
I'm ready to fight.
And we're playing the Saints, and the Super Bowl's in Miami, and the Raiders play good in the fucking warm weather. And there you go. Number 4.
Ooh, yeah!
And we're all watching it on NFL films next year. Be like, damn. It worked just like Commish and L broke it down.
That's right.
Just like that. Just like that.
And we ain't gonna say nothing.
And the crazy thing is, as funny as that all sounds, and as funny as that was,
Touche.
that's why. Yeah. So,
Wonder Twin powers activate. See?
where'd it go? It died on me. Oh. Well, fuck you. That one worked. So, as crazy as that all sounds, and all of that, it's not out of the complete realm of possibility. You've seen teams come back in the World Series. Nobody's ever come back from down 3-0 till they did it. Nobody's ever done that. Nobody's ever came from worst to first. Nobody's ever done this. Nobody ever does it in sports until they've done it. And let me remind you, Jim Plunkett, a first overall pick of the Patriots. He goes nowhere. He bounces around. Quarterback goes down. He gets shoved in. They happen to make it in as a wild card. And guess what? They're the first team that even then, nobody's ever done that as a wild card. Nobody's ever won the Super Bowl as a wild card. Well, yeah, we did that. Oh, and then we moved. Oh, nobody moves cities and then wins a Super Bowl in another city. Oh, yeah. Well, we did that. Nobody wins the Super Bowl at 8-8.
Actually, we did that.
Yeah.
First time.
Yeah.
We're the first wild card team to win the Super Bowl, bitches. Bill,
It can be done.
Bill, damn it. I'm going
It
to
can
find
be
you,
done.
you fucking buzzkill.
It can be done. Giants as well, Canyon. And that's what I'm saying. All you got to do is get in. And when you look at the landscape of where the games are going to take place. Buffalo, shitty weather. New England, shitty weather. Baltimore's right up there fucking by them.
I'm playing with you, Bill. Keep it up.
I don't even know. Something. We'll go with that. Kansas City. Houston's the only... And I'm not scared of Houston.
Dude, I was there.
If we line up against Houston, I'm not scared of Houston. Houston's like this, man. They're up as much as they're fucking down, and they don't have a good offensive line. You can get to Deshaun Watson. He's been sacked a lot this season. You can rattle his ass.
Once Watt went out the game, dude,
yeah,
their pass rush
they're not a big diehard fucking team. I'm not scared of the Texans. And I tell you what, man. Oh, if it happens, L, I'm going to go back and clip fucking this a million times because I've said it, I don't know how many times, probably at least 100 times this offseason, that when my preseason prediction was that our fucking season will come down to a third game, us playing Kansas City, and we will have to vanquish them motherfuckers. And by God, if it comes down to that and fucking... Oh my God! That would just be.
There will not be a Quee fan that can breathe in my presence.
Oh no! Because if that happens, that would be like my ultimate prediction. I predicted us at 9-7, and I thought we would get the 6th seed and get in the playoffs. So if we get in at 8-8, I wasn't too fucking far off.
Because you said 9-7, and I think
you were
Prime
guys,
and I said 10-6.
You guys were 10-6. We all had us getting in at a wild card. So regardless, we're within a game or two. We all saw him picking up steam down the stretch, but I saw it. I wouldn't even call this last game picking up steam. Picking up steam if you now go and beat the Donkeys. You win those 2 games in a row, I'll call it picking up steam. You were bound to win one after you lost 4 in a row. The Chargers' offense was fucking anemic Sunday. Bad. So they never... I mean, let's go back and look at the first half, Al.
I actually
Jesus.
saw somebody ask, who would you prefer, Carr or Quivers?
I don't want Quivers.
My response to that person was, do you need attention this bad?
Yeah, I mean, Quivers has never won anything.
No.
If you're going to give me,
That's
if you're
another
gonna give me an
example of
either or,
wins
give me
versus
somebody who's
key
won
wins.
something. You know?
I mean, you talk about somebody
Yeah.
with a bunch of wins with no
Hey,
key
yeah,
victories.
name me a marquee. There's a great. Thank you. That just sent me on a fucking mental tangent there. But there's a great little argument. Phillip Rivers could retire next year. How many marquee wins does he have hanging next to his name? After all of the seasons he's been in, all the stats, all the yards, all the Pro Bowls, all that shit. Division crowns. How many marquee wins does he have? That you're going to be like, oh my God, that's that NFL Films fucking...
Not one.
I mean, he's probably got a couple in there. I guess if you're a Chargers fan, you might be able to name them, like to win a division crown or what have you. But to me, nothing jumps off the table. If you ask me right now, I'm a football fan. Nothing jumps off the plate at me. It's like, oh yeah, I remember that
Because
diehard.
he never even got to the game.
Yeah, so yeah, he never won an AFC championship to vault his team. So the best you could say is, I guess his marquee win was something to clinch a division. I guess, but Derek Carr doesn't even have that. So that's where. So, would you be happy with 4 more years from now, 6 more years from now? We're looking at Derek Carr, who's got he's been to 6 or 7 Pro Bowls, and he's done this and that and this, but he's never won a fucking thing. Are you okay with that?
You sound like one of the fucking McKenzie brothers.
Jesus. You might as well just slap a bolo tie on Carr. So, yes, the stars are aligning, so he can win my support 100% back. Do I support him? He's the quarterback of the Oakland Raiders. I support him 100%. Whoever the man under center, I support him. Do I agree or believe he's the best man for the job?
With what we have?
Not necessarily, but I support the man because he is in the job currently. Whoever that guy is, I'm cheering his ass on Sunday. But if you don't get the job done, it's bottom line, man. You paid $125 million to fucking do one thing, and that's win. And if you didn't win, guess what? I didn't come to watch you lose for 3 fucking hours. I came to watch you win. Why? Because that's your job. You didn't do it. I'm going to say something about it. You want me to say something about it? Win. Something. Anything.
You know?
So, I mean, it's that simple. This isn't year 1. This isn't year 2. I don't need the laundry list of excuses. Well, he just needs to be in another system. We got to move to Vegas. Now we need a new defensive coordinator. His offensive line's hurt. Doesn't have a wide receiver. You know, it's been everything. 2016, it was, he didn't get it done because of the injury. And then you come to 2017, we're like, we've given him a new offensive coordinator and everything, so this is going to be his year. He's got 2,000-yard receivers. We're giving him Marshawn Lynch. This is the year. And then by the end of the year, like, he's got a new offensive coordinator, man. That was the problem. The offensive coordinator, that didn't work out. Shouldn't have tried that kid. Should have stuck with the other one. So, all right, So then you can fucking the coach, you get rid of everybody, and now you bring in Gruden. So now he gets a whole pass for that year. This is a rebuilding year. He's got to learn Gruden's scheme, blah, 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 blah. So he's off the hook for that entire season. Now this season, again.
We only want you to do one thing, David.
I mean, jeez. Win, baby, just win. When do the excuses fall on the shoulders of the quarterback? At when? No quarterback in the NFL has a perfect bed to lay in. Nobody. You make the best of what you got and you get it done. So, when he starts getting it done with what he's got, he can prove me wrong, man. Prove that you're the man. Win and get it done. We all want to see it. We all want the same thing. But this story's getting old, man. I've watched this movie over and over and over again. It's got the same fucking ending, you know?
I mean,
the chick never shows him the whole show.
Car's a better lead. He's a better lead in the movie, but it's the same fucking movie.
You know?
And everybody doesn't have to watch the movie.
No, man.
There are some of us that get really fucking irritated.
It's like watching a car's like watching a Dane Cook movie.
Oh, no, it's not that bad.
It's kind of is.
No, dude.
I would compare him to. He's like the Dane Cook of comedy. He's really vanilla,
dude.
No fire.
It's like,
you know, he's not really funny, but he's not funny enough that because you don't want to be rude and get up and walk out. He's that guy.
No, there's been days I wanted to just get. I've turned the fucking channel on him. So yeah, I have walked out on the fucking.
But you have the chance right now. But it takes a lot, man.
Hey, listen.
It takes a lot. It takes a lot. But the first week worked out. Second week could too. It takes a lot still to get in. And I still say it's not going to be an easy win in Denver because you're playing against a team, Al, that they've been on a hot streak. They've shoved a new quarterback in there. So their team's kind of rallying around their new quarterback. They've been on an upturn. They're closing out the season at home. They want to look good. They're feeling good. They've got a little momentum behind themselves. You don't think they want to fucking end our season? You don't think they want to kill the Raiders season? Of course they do.
He's a fucking donkey. So I'm going to need to see this gauntlet that he's gone through to get these wins. I know they beat Detroit last week
man.
With a quarterback that was playing in the fucking D-League in basketball like a week ago.
There you go.
I mean, fuck that. I'm not giving a fucking donkey any goddamn credit.
Well, yeah,
and besides, if they lose, I get another chain.
Another chain?
Fuck yeah. One of my best friends is...
A donkey fan?
Yeah.
I know far too many donkey fans, too. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
So let's see. What have we
Okay, they beat the Sparklers. They beat the Texans. I'm still not impressed with that because we beat the Texans and then dicked it off because of drop passes.
Yeah.
Okay, then they got fucking violently entered by the
they
Queens.
beat the Chargers, the Texans, and the Lions. They lost to the Chiefs badly. They put up 3 points, so I don't know.
And the Texans,
They've got a little feel good about them, but
yeah, in that Texans game, they were ahead 31-3.
they're dumb enough to be dangerous. That's kind of how I could label the Donkeys. Dumb enough to be dangerous.
Yeah, I ain't giving these motherfuckers any credit.
I ain't giving them any credit, but we, again, and we proved it again, we don't step on the throat of a team. We don't attack when there's blood in the water. We don't. We will just continually go 3 and out, 3 and out, 3, and just hope we catch lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
And Alyssa's right. You're coming in and you may be saying this is about a 50-50 chance.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'd like to close my argument now with this case. We are coming into the end of the season. Your franchise is backed up against the corner. They must win this game to stay alive. And we are debating about the fact of whether our 6-year, $125 million quarterback can outgun this fucking young douchebag in fucking Donkeyville. If that doesn't make my argument for you about we need to look at a possible change at quarterback, I don't know what to tell you. The season's on the line, and we can't make an argument a strong argument of Derek Carr outgunning this kid in Denver. I'd like to rest my case. Thank you. Because that pretty much says it all right there. Okay, we're all, you think you can outgun this? If at 6 seasons in the NFL and $125 million, he can't outgun this fucking kid who just got handed the ball in Denver who has nothing around him, a worse offensive line, worse wide receivers. No. So that's the point I've been trying to make. Greatness doesn't take 6 years to grow. You don't just have to water it, add sunshine. Little miracle grow, sing to it at night. Come on, little greatness grow. Grow, greatness grow. No, greatness is there. It's just embedded from day one. You can see greatness. You don't have to change offensive coordinator 6 times, head coaches to find greatness, get him a different wide receiver. Greatness just, it is. It's just there. What else you gotta do? I gotta sit and sing to this motherfucker every night for him to grow into greatness? But, like we made the argument for earlier, good could be enough this year, El. Because
okay, I'm back.
Good could be enough this year.
See, I could have got a scholarship to be one of them fucking visual dancers.
Yes. Good could be enough this year.
Look, good could be
The AFC
incredible.
If Mother Nature shows up in January in the NFL season, that could make a huge difference. The Ravens are built off of speed and the run, and if you take that away from them, they're a different team. Kansas City's the same way.
Ingram.
The Texans,
his
you put
leg
the
is
Texans
screwed
in
up.
the cold. They're built the same way. The Bills they've got a mobile quarterback.
The Bills are the Bills, dude.
You drag this down into basic ass football, where now it's down to just possession football and running and in the trenches type fucking playoff football. The Raiders could be dangerous in that. That falls right into our fucking wheelhouse.
We've been playing bitch ball all year. There's not a team in the NFL.
I'm trying to make an argument here, El. I'm trying to stay positive.
But that's what I'm saying, dude. We've been playing. What do you have to do to advance to the Super Bowl, where then the problem becomes a vertical game again? All of the teams with the home field advantage are cold weather teams. So it's going to fucking hinder and cripple your offense. We've been playing cold weather football all fucking year. We have capable running backs.
I never will ever count my team out. Sports are a weird thing, and you never know when that switch is going to be flipped in a person or an individual. And I'm hoping deep inside, buried somewhere, like, you know, where the Grinch kept his heart, is the on switch for Derek Carr's fire and attitude. And hopefully it can still be switched. And he leads this team.
You'll know if he got some if he comes out and shits the bed.
It's possible, man. I'm not counting the guy out, but I'm questioning the guy, and I'm questioning the guy like I'd never have before because, like I said, man, I've seen this movie. I've seen how it plays out, and it's the same fucking ending. It's the same ending. It's cheesy. It's golly gee, guys. We'll do better next time. Golly gee, coach. Golly gee.
This ain't fucking Hallmark. This is the goddamn news.
No.
We don't expect motherfuckers to be happy at the end. We expect motherfuckers to be miserable.
You should be miserable because you lost. You throw an interception, I want to see you pacing the sidelines, fucking kicking over fucking water coolers, mad, fucking pissed off, ready to get back in there. I don't want to see you pouting on the bench.
Fuck next time, bitch. You should have done it this time.
Oh, there it is. Remember, same Raider time, same Raider channel tomorrow night right here. Got a solo show with yours truly. The Raider Nation Report, a solid 60 minutes of everything silver and black. We will get into much more detail about what happened, what's going on, and what is ahead of us. Which is hopefully postseason football. Hopefully postseason football. Hopefully next Monday when you're back here, we're talking about
what the fuck we gonna do to whoever the fuck's gonna be there.
Oh, snap. Playoff football. So,
oh, snap.
Let's see what shakes out. Make sure you check out the morning show in the morning. We got a solid morning show planned for you tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern. Your Radio Reaction morning show every weekday. And we got a morning show for holidays. Ain't no holidays in football season. We celebrate them, and football goes right along with it. So we will have your Radio Reaction morning and evening show, even on Christmas Eve and Christmas. So while you
doing your thing,
hanging. What's up, David? What's up, everybody? Thank you all for joining us.
Yes.
We appreciate it. We hope you all have a happy holiday season. We're even talking Raider freaking football this late in the season. Around Christmas time is a beautiful thing right
Raider
now.
Football.
The fact that we're even talking about it, regardless of difference of opinion, who we think should start, who is whatever, we are all one silver and black family, man. And the fact we all just want to see our team in the playoffs, no matter how the fuck they get there. We're all going to be a happy camper come that following Monday if we punched our ticket. We picked that ticket up off the fucking dirty ass ground and walked in with it because nobody else wanted it. I don't care. We got it. We got it. That's all that matters.
We're going to fuck around and make all them bitches lose and give it to us. And we ain't even going to bend down. Fuck that. Bending down.
Thank you all for joining us always, man. We appreciate it.
I'm not that fucked up. I stopped it.
I'll see you in the morning. Peace. Love. Raider Nation.